Meanwhile, Chris Gale is in the house, and he only lasted 4 balls in his first outing. He's going to open with Azhar Ali, so it's a pretty potent opening partnership. Peshawar are fielding. Lahore Qalandars are batting. And Pat Simcox is going to talk.
Yes, thank you, Alan. Always exciting when you see that man taking guard. 2 leg, please, is what he's asking for. 3-3 on the back. That's the signature. You bet it wrong, you fetch. Now, the last game, as Alan was saying, only faced 4 balls, got and holed out at deep mid-on. Now, he hit a 6 in there, but I think he'd fancy the faster bowler starting as opposed to the 2 spinners. That's been the way that they counter Chris Gale, is they stick a couple of spinners on early and ask him to hit down the ground. It wasn't a 6, if I'm not mistaken, it was actually a 4. Junaid Khan, 26 years old, left arm fast bowler, gets the ball to come out nicely. Hasn't got a lot of juice, but he's got enough. But he'll also have butterflies, Alan, as would all bowlers around the world running in.
Fasten your seatbelts. Oh, look at that! The shining lights, the broken stumps, and the wide eyes are wide open. That is one great sight. If you're a Peshawar Zalmi player, and that's not good if you're a Lahore Qalandar. Chris Gale, first ball, his lights have gone out. It's 0 for 1, and that is a golden egg. It's a golden duck. Whack, whack, 0 for 1.
Middle and off, gone, no feet, hitting through the line. Now Junaid Khan will remember that delivery for the rest of his cricketing career.
New batsman, Cameron Delport, the South African, comes in, and I don't suppose he was ready for that. Although they do say that 3 and 4 in the order should be padded up, but you do not expect Chris Gale to come back literally about 2 minutes after walking out there. Well, right now Junaid Khan is the Prince of Peshawar. What's he got? Second ball. Pretty good stuff. It's right on the button.
Yeah, Chris Gale, no feet. Hitting through the line. Picked the wrong line. It was a nothing shot, really. You know, and just so unlike him. Be that as it may, you know, when you're sitting on your veranda and you're an old bloke and you've been playing for 20 years and some of your grandkids say, well, tell me what's the best ball you bowl, Grandad? He'll be saying, yes, no, he's in by a long way. He's in by a long way. He's going to refer it, but he's in by a long way. He'll say, well, you know, one day I was running up at the Dubai Stadium, knocked over Chris Gale.
Easily. I think he's well home here, Cameron Delport. Well, it's good to hit the stumps. Oh, hello, 1 second. He didn't exactly put the bat down. Well, he did eventually put it down, but he put it down as if he was putting an umbrella down in the rack. You're supposed to slide the bat in. Have a look here. That's why they've gone upstairs. Hold on. Oh, that's touch and go.
No, Alan, I reckon that's out.
Now then, is that gone? Shahid Yusuf was the fielder, direct hit on the stumps. And Delport could be struggling here. Now, is that bat grounded? I'm not sure. He might get the benefit of the doubt here. He might well get the benefit of the doubt. But you see, his feet are not even there. And there was a piece of very poor cricket by the batsman if he's given out here. It's on a frame. It's tough, this. Now this will do it. Oh, I think he's... Now, from there, that angle, the bails are out of their grooves. And I think from that angle, he might be gone. Third umpire, who's going to give this out? What's the story? What is he gone? Is he gone? He's gone. He has gone. That is poor running from Delport. Slide your bat in. So this is an extraordinary start to this match. Cameron Delport's gone for naught in 2 balls. And it's naught for 2. It's a double duck. Shahid Yusuf. Fine piece of fielding that brings Mohammad Rizwan, who shaped up in his first match. The last thing in the world he thought he'd be would be coming in at naught for 2. Right, Junaid, what have you got for us this time?
You know, when you see a run out like that, I've seen it so often, and we've all that have played understand when you're running towards the danger in as it is, you're always mindful of the guy throwing in, and you're always scared you're going to get hit. But you can't run with, you know, he went wide as well, but nah, there was no doubt about it. He was not going to get hit there at all. Just poor running, Cameron.
That's just really elementary, and it's just poor.
You know, I had such a lovely chat with him at the break. We had a long 15-minute discussion.
Well, you can go back now. You can have a long 2-hour discussion with him now.
He was just saying how pleased he was to be here, to be playing in the side. And he's done well at the Dolphins in South Africa. And it was a process and a journey to get here. Look at this. Happy days, happy days.
Yeah, there he is. Shahid Yusuf, the fielder. Well bowled. That is a 2-wicket maiden to start. Junaid Khan and Shahid Afridi will be well happy with that. It's naught for 2 from the first. Sean Tate, 2 slips. Oh, that's a bad ball from the Australian. Down the leg side, he gets a little edge, a little nick on that. Down the leg side, he hates bowling that. He hates giving freebies. You don't like giving freebies as a bowler.
Yeah, the problem with Sean Tate, he's going to give you those, but you know he's going to run up and bowl 2 wicket-taking deliveries in the next 10 at 150 k's an hour. And that's what he brings to the package.
That's what he bowls well. That's what he does well. He's bowling at over 140 k's right here.
Tough to play. That action, if you're not used to it, plus it's full and swinging, and a lot of batsmen won't get forward because of the pace that he bowls at. So when he gets it up there and swings, Al, he's a tough customer, man.
Absolutely right. Chris Gayle, first ball, gone. Cameron Delport, 2 balls, gone. First time that Chris Gayle has been dismissed in his T20 career. First ball, first time. He has been dismissed for naught Golden Ducks before, but the first ball of the game, that's the first. Time to rebuild.
It is, but you keep, you know, it's quite amazing. Shade Afridi, he's the golden captain, isn't he? Things just happen when he's captain.
Midas, everything he touches turns to gold. Midas Afridi. Well, they're happy. Clearly they are. But you do want to see some Gayle entertainment. It's not coming tonight, not unless he starts dancing out in the middle with the band. Great stuff. They've all gone up. They've all gone up. So has the finger. Everyone was looking for that. Sean Tate, bowling fast, gets the away swinger. And the Qalandars are in a real mess here. Rizwan has gone for 4. Tate's picked up his first. It's 4 for 3.
Yep. Tate was 100% sure. Keeper was 100% sure. Batter is not 100% sure at all. He walks away one side. He says, I never hit it. But there was pretty good appeal. They love it.
Umar Akmal comes in and his side is 4 for 3. The youngest batsman to complete 1,000 runs in T20 internationals. He was just 23 and he reached that milestone against South Africa some 3 years ago. The second leading run getter in T20 internationals from Pakistan, just 8 behind the leading run getter Mohammad Hafiz. Well, Rizwan didn't think he hit that. Look at that bat, full of red marks. Well, he's 25 years of age and he promises so much. He's played 71 T20 internationals for Pakistan with a highest score of 94, strike rate of 124, and he's played 162 2020 matches with a strike rate of 128. And Lahore need him now. Need a big contribution from Umar Akmal. Oh, he's picked it up delightfully. Well, his side will be hoping that that's an omen for good things to come. Yeah. And his brother can watch from behind the stumps, the 2 Akmals.
Wide, down the leg, that's what it gives you, but a little flick on. Tate won't be happy. Won't like that at all. Yep.
It's 8 for 3, and we've had 2 overs. Calamitous start for the Lahore Qalandars. 8 for 3, they were 0 for 2. Chris Gayle has gone, Cameron Delport has gone, Mohammad Rizwan has gone. Junaid Khan.
Got to stop those singles. At 8 for 3, you've got to keep the pressure on. You can't allow them to rotate the strike. If you're sitting in Pakistan and you're thinking of watching this, youtube.com/PSL, that's where to go. Go and watch the cricket. And if you're sitting internationally all over the world and you want to watch this, cricketgateway.com, it's right there, right now. And 9 for 3, the Qalandars are in trouble. You'll see it right there.
Should have been 9 for 4.
Hit quite hard, but straight at him. Yeah, not easy.
Darren Sammy's the only man at slip. He's standing in a wide slip, almost third slip. Be inclined to get someone else in close as well, maybe a second slip with them 9 for 3. Oh, stutter, hesitation.
I think that's what they're going to try and do now. I mean, you can't really be playing big shots, can you, Alan? You really got to now to drop and run. You know, he's on the back foot, a little, a little shimmy. Fortunately, there was commitment, but right now they know big shot's going to be played. So I like the call that you're saying, get a second slip in. Let's get extra cover and cover in nice and tight. We don't want to give them any runs, and ask them to play the big shots. They're on the rope, man.
Three wickets have gone. First ball. Chris Gayle. The run out then of Cameron Delport. Shahid Yusuf with the throw, and then Sean Tate accounting for Mohammad Rizwan. Well, he hasn't got started yet in the HBL PSL. Someone's going to suffer when he does. Through the gap this time. Zia ul Haq, I beg your pardon. That's Shahid Yusuf. Shahid Yusuf, the man who was actually responsible for the dismissal of Cameron Delport.
Nice little push forward, nothing fancy.
Got to fight their way out of this, haven't they?
They've got to. You know, somehow you've got to find a way. You've got to get to that 135, 140 mark, hook or by crook. You've got to get there. But the way you do it is not having a big shot here. You just can't afford to lose another one. It's in the power play.
It's 3 overs gone. It's 13 for 3. Looks like a dialing code at the moment, 40045. Where would you dial in from there?
Look at that sequence there.
Yeah. Nicely played. Wahab Riaz. Sean Tate. Let's have a look where he bowled his last over. It was a little bit wayward. Gets it in the right place, and then as he sends one down leg side, it all depends how he is, his balance in the point of delivery. That was the wall before the wicket, and then that's the one that accounted for him. Didn't hear anything. Umpire obviously did.
He's a strong man, difficult to face. Slow running, nothing. There's nothing there for you, and it's all in that action. Slingy. Famous bloke bowled like that once.
Jeff Thompson. Blistering pace he had as well. Umar Akmal lofts Sean Tate straight back over his head, and he will get 4. It's a brave stroke, but it comes off this time.
When you hit a fast bowler back over his head that normally bowls at 145, 150 k's an hour, and he looks back and he sees the ball bouncing away, he doesn't get a good feeling.
It was an ambitious stroke from Umar Akmal, but that's the way he plays. It's very much in his DNA.
You fast bowlers are so predictable, aren't you?
You think the short one always follows up, do you?
I think the driving school is closed from now on.
Well, I think he's just got to keep going with what he does best, and that is you can get that ball to swing late and at about 140 clicks, 140 k's an hour. It's got to slip in there, tempt him. That's it.
Always tells a story, that. Not happy, Sean Tate. Throw of anger and frustration.
I don't mind seeing that, though. Keeps Umar Akmal honest, keeps him back in his crease. Nice contest, nice duel going on between these two. Ooh, that's a wide. A huge effort ball that was by Sean Tate. He heard the grunt as he delivered that ball.
Umar Akmal's happy to take it on, though. That's the other side, that as the bowler you're looking at and thinking, well, if I can get one in the right area short, he's going to have a hook at it. Just got to get it big on him and in the right place. He'll have a go at it.
Tempted, they've gone up. Sean Tate did not go up at all. Sean Tate wasn't interested in that. 4 overs gone, 19 for 3. Man of the match in the last match against Islamabad, Mohammad Asghar. Left arm spin. And took 2 great catches as well out in the deep. So left arm spin.
Shahid Afridi goes to his spinner now. Has he made the golden decision? He seems to get it right more often than not. Would you take him on? Probably yes. Need to.
Again, you see that spin that's just found the outside edge of the bat.
Watch the non-striker. I'm watching him. I'm watching how far he backs up. A long way down.
What do you think he wants to get down the other end, do you?
Well, he gets down that far. If the ball's going to go behind the batsman, be very careful he doesn't call you and then send you back, because you think he's coming. He comes that quickly. They haven't run a lot with each other. Ali on strike. He needs to watch Hukman.
Arm ball, that's the one that drifts back into the stumps. It doesn't turn. It's bowled with the fingers slightly differently placed on the ball, so you undercut it. Different pace this time, so we had the quicker delivery and then the ball that's looped up a little bit slower. Last match picked up 3 for 20 and he got everything just about in the right area. Lovely spell of bowling. Again, the arm ball, the one that you can see that ball drifting back into the pads. That's a good over to start. It's a maiden. It's 5 overs gone, 19 for 3. Oh, it's the GoPros here. Yeah. $20 for 3 from 5 overs.
Wahab Riaz into the attack. First 5 overs has all been Peshawar. And Wahab playing against his home side. And he can ramp it up as well. Sean Tate with an impressive couple of overs, and now Wahab. Got a very exciting attack. Shahid Afridi, the spinners. But pace on offer as well, so exciting. And exciting is that Azhar Ali advances down the track, slaps it past cover. Much needed boundary from him. Just making more momentum and slapping it through the covers. Desperate need of boundaries for Lahore.
So Umar Akmal is out there, and he's a good one. He didn't play the first game because he had a sore back. They need a partnership. 3 wickets for Wahab Riaz. Caught at point. Then a slash. Asghar was instrumental in picking up those wickets because he was outstanding in the deep field there. Circling around that one and took a beauty. And in interview did mention Asghar that he being a Pathan has got big hands and that ball couldn't have missed his grab. Just going to calm himself. I think at times Umar Akmal jeopardizes his chances himself by looking to do something extra. There's loads of talent and potential. All he has to do is to just work his way through difficult corners of the innings, navigate safely, and he'll make it big every time. Not happy with the announcement. He wants the announcer to just keep quiet when the play is on.
Needs to have a word with Alan Wilkins as well. He's not very happy with those announcements too.
Alan Wilkins is not a happy man. He's not happy with everything. It should be a good contest. Wahab Riaz is pacey, and Umar Akmal has got plenty of talent.
Definitely pace on offer. Wahab striking that, hitting that tie pad hard. So he's got into rhythm. We saw that in the last game. He bowled pretty quickly, and once he bowls quickly, the rest, the rhythm, the pace, the direction just follow suit.
I think it's time also for Azhar Ali to come good in limited overs cricket. Even though his record is good in 50 overs, but in T20 obviously he's not a first choice for Pakistan. This league is his big moment to impress one and all. 27 for 3. .27 for 3, Qalandars. And the ordeal is just begun. In fact, Shahid Afridi is coming on to bowl, and he's got a fantastic track record as a limited overs bowler. This pitch will assist him, even though he's starting off rather cautiously. No one close to the bat, no one in the slips. Should he have a slip?
He is the leading wicket taker in T20 cricket. Internationals, that is.
It's a good dive and a good stop.
And it's Asghar again. Yeah, almost slipped out, but managed well.
Oh, look at those hands, big hands.
This should be a mouth-watering contest. Umar Akmal, he's not going to hold back, and Shahid Afridi, he's not going to hold by either.
That's exquisitely timed. Junaid Khan with a dive. That's an absolute great shot. Back foot push straight through mid-wicket. Now that's such a difficult angle to execute. Beautiful shot.
All to do with the footwork. He's gone deep into the crease to create that pace, create that power. Fantastic batting.
Oh, close to call, is it? Close enough? Not really. Shahid Afridi was dead convinced that he had a strong case against Umar Akmal. That's given as a run. I think there's a little bit of inside edge, as was probably read by the umpire.
The drift in from Shahid Afridi, and maybe a little sound. But once he gets that drift and that skid off the wicket, he's a different proposition altogether.
Difficult really to tell whether he got a touch on it or not. But it appeared to have hit the toe of his shoe. And if that was the case, then he was plumb. Umar Akmal may have got away with it. It's 35 for 3. They need a partnership, Qalandars. Projected score, if they go at 7 and over, 126. 9 and over will get them a score of 150. So it's imperative that these two big hitters carry on the good work. Right then, Asghar is on. Mohammad Asghar. A fair bit of him is tall and broad. Oh, what a start. He's having a ball in this HBL PSL.
Again, he loops it up and gets some turn. That was the go-to in the first game as well. Flighting the ball up, letting it spin and letting it dip.
He's got a slip in place, so that's a good field set. Oh, turned him around. They go for the appeal a little high, I guess, on the pads. Well, this is a wonderful start, really. We're seeing some natural talent develop here.
Oh, what a fantastic delivery. A little bit of drift in and pitches and spins, and oh, he's turned him around.
Gingerly forward this time. Pressure on Umar Akmal. How will he deal with it? Oh, that's a poor delivery and got the treatment. That set up so nicely for Umar Akmal. Releases the pressure. Asghar is not happy. Eyeballing him, Umar Akmal. How dare you bowl me such stuff?
Yeah, a rank long hop and dealt with. Fantastic 3 deliveries and then that. Umar Akmal all over that.
Pushed him out of his batting post position. Good delivery. He gets it to turn fair bit. And if you got spin, then you're made as a spinner. Because these days, spinners try so many variations that they lose the track of the basic art, which is to spin the ball. That's good running. Tap and a run. 6 from the over. It's 41 for 3. Oh, you got to be careful of Darren Sammy, such a natural athlete. Just 2 lunges and got to the ball. Gets it to turn. Oh, a Sami, is it? No. That's Asghar. So he may not have such big hands.
Yeah, the misfield just allowing Azhar Ali to get a couple of runs. Pressure was building.
Well, when Afridi is turning the ball, then it becomes doubly difficult because his straighter one is so good. He's making Azhar Ali look for that spin. There's the top spinner.
And he gets through the over so quickly that all of a sudden there are 4 balls gone, and you look up and it's the over gone.
Both brothers quarreling. He wants that man, the security guy, to just go away a little bit more. A few paces to his left, and his brother is saying he's fine. Carry on. In case you don't know, keeper and the striker brothers, Kamran and Umar. He's itching really to hit that mid-wicket big shot. Goes deep and then works it for a run. 4 from the over, 45 for 3. (21) to Umar Akmal, 18 to his skipper. But he started off really well, the left armour. Let's not forget that he's bowling to a pair who's pretty recognised and experienced at the top level. Cuts, finds the field. Right, if you're an international viewer, you can go and log on to cricketgateway.com and watch HBL PSL live. Oh, there's an edge. There's definitely an edge, and he's walking. Caught by his brother. It's a tragedy. But he's gone, and it's Asghar who has spun one across sharply and has picked up a valuable wicket of Umar Akmal. So he had the last laugh, the left arm spinner. Akmal gone for 21. Qalandars slumped further. 45 for 5, 45 for 4 now.
Again, floated up and extravagant spin. Fantastic bowling. Bowled terrifically in the first over, and this time he succeeds. Great bowling. Umar Akmal has to go back. Fantastic left arm spinner's dismissal.
He's looked proactive, Shahid Afridi, as a leader. And he's found a good one in Asghar. He gives it a real tweak, this fellow. Still work in progress, Asghar, but surely a star in the making. Not easy to come to terms with the status of the tournament and bulldoze the best in the business. Dwayne Bravo is the new man in for Qalandars. Ah, another beauty. So what's new?
Once he floats it up and gets the spin. He's a treat, and we saw in the first over where he troubled Umar Akmal, and doing so again with Bravo.
He's forcing respect out of the opponents. That's his quality. Umar Akmal was threatening to break free, break loose, feint edge, caught behind a very good catch. Ball spinning sharply across the face of his blade. Oh, that was the straighter one that kept just a little bit low. Unbelievably good over this. 45 for 4.
Plenty of wickets. This Qalandars innings not going anywhere. The spinners now, after the pace of Tate and Wahab, it's Asghar who's joined the party and really turned the screw. And Shahid Afridi will now rush through his overs. He's very quick to his mark and just builds pressure that way too. Halfway through the 11th over, 46 for 4. Need another 100 to make a game of it. Azhar Ali has to play out of his comfort zone, play an innings of real substance. Shahid Khan Afridi bowling at pace and still getting spin.
The man with the golden arm and golden decision making. He spears it in, always makes it tough for you. That's why he's got all the wickets in the T20s and one days. Been around a long time. He reads the batsman well. And he knows he's got these under the pump. He's just got to keep it tight.
Yeah, just another single. So 48 for 4 after 11. So it's back to pace, and this Peshawar Zalmi attack is very, very exciting. You've got extreme pace from Sean Tate, and then you've got Wahab Riaz, and then the spin. It's I think, probably the best attack in all 5 teams.
It is if you lose wickets early on, when you're under the pump. But it's been a fun day, I tell you. We've really had some good cricket. And we've had some tweeting going on about the PSL T20. Kevin Peterson, KP, 2 from 2 for our team Quetta. Ridiculous batting from the little superstar. Ahmed Shahzad, Luke Wright, is a gun. So Kev Peterson, happy days, ecstatic, probably on the bus on the way back. No run. Yeah, it's nice to see the players getting in the mix, and then I have no doubt some of his teammates would have had a look at that. Yeah, they did. Look, Luke Wright 204. Great win today, Team Quetta. Really enjoyed showing the best seat in the house at non-strikers. Watching Ahmed Shahzad bat, a serious player. Now, you're not going to believe this. Ahmed Shahzad then replies, Luke Wright, 204, thank you, mate. Quick single taken. Yeah, how's that? Ahmed Shahzad comes back and says, thank you, mate. The way you're hitting the ball is something special to see, and an English player doing so well. The world to go in UAE. Now, you would have thought maybe, what do you think about lean over and just have a chat to each other and say you're looking good? No, they're sending it over between each other.
A lot of love in that team.
Hey, look at the love here. Look at the love here. This is just beautiful. Oh goodness. Ahmed Shahzad says, thank you so much for your kind words, KP. You certainly is a huge motivation in our dressing room. Well, that's good to hear. KP being a huge motivation in the dressing room. Now, I tell you what, all you need is one run out between them, and those tweets might just dry up. I know, Buzzard, you've been sitting watching your Twitter. We just can't get a handle for Buzzard at the moment. We're trying to find a name. Maybe you can send me one. A swing and a miss.
I could just sense a lump in your throat when you went through all those tweets. There was so much love, and you could see that. Maybe a tear in your eye as well, Pat?
Well, I've got the handkerchief out, but it's good. You know, I think it's so good to see. You know, it's just it fosters the game. There are good things being said. Guys crossing boundaries, crossing countries, crossing cultures, playing together, chatting together, and openly in front of millions of people. I think it's wonderful.
And hopefully you can learn from that. Express your love. 12 overs gone. It's 50 for 4. For 4. The Qalandars really struggling. They'll need at least 80 to make a game of it. And to get 80 from here, they'll have to do some serious batting. Shahid Khan Afridi has other ideas. He's got to slip in now.
Well, you'd need 10 and over, wouldn't you? You'd need 10 runs every over till the end now to get to that 130 of yours, but I can't see it happening that easily. You know, somebody's got to take some risks, and you lose 1 or 2 wickets. In the air, oh, got a bit of bounce and a bit of turn.
Certainly getting something from the pitch. Asghar got a lot of spin, and when Shahid Afridi is not known to spin the ball a lot, when he gets spin, you can certainly say that the pitch is supporting the spinners then.
Well, now that he's turned one, don't be surprised if he doesn't fire a straight one, a skidder. Oh, he's loving the turn, loving the turn. Oh.
Just a little round arm and got it to go off the straight. That was the one that goes straight on. Afridi knows it, but it's all Peshawar Zalmi at the moment. Nothing going for Lahore Qalandars. Trying.
He knows how close that was. Just be a single. Zalmi will be happy with the singles. They won't have a problem. It's no problem. Just keep taking the singles. It's blokes like yourself, Lahore supporters, that you'd be saying, we need more than singles. And I understand that.
Well, it is happening. It's not happening. Only singles in that over. 54 for 4. after the 13th over. It's time for the Qatar Airways strategic timeout. So 13 overs gone. The Qatar Airways strategic timeout, that's gone as well. Azhar Ali now has to deal with extreme pace. Sean Tate. First ball, it's dealt with. Giving himself a little bit of room and slaps it out cover. First boundary in 8 overs.
Yep, I suspected as much. It's the happy hour now for the batsman. Really, the game is at a point where if you don't get a hurry up, you're probably going to get beaten anyway. So you've really got to say, we need to put bat to ball now. We've got to put a foot down, and we've got to hit some boundaries.
There was another opportunity, short and wide and lots of pace, and Azhar Ali misses out. Not very happy with that.
So 58 for 4 going into it's in the 14th over. If you get 120, 130, you'll have played well here.
But they'll be wanting more. That's a quick bouncer, doesn't get all of it, Azhar Ali. That's what Sean Tate has, pace, as is Arsenal.
Well, every time there's a run scored, there's happy days, you know. Look at that, it's in the HBL box. And it's the fun box. All having a good time, as everybody are. We're bringing this wonderful coverage to you here in the Dubai Stadium, Dubai National Stadium. It's just wonderful. What do they call it? The Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire in Dubai. It's the PSL T20. And right now the Qalandars are under the pump.
Bit of a misfeel, and you don't see that from Darren Sammy. But just taking it easy a little, and he's leaked a single. A wry smile, but fielder of his class, not acceptable. But they need boundaries, and for Azhar Ali, he needs space on the ball to get boundaries. So maybe with Sean Tate giving you so much space, this is the over that you really want to accelerate and get momentum into the innings. Tries his luck, just gets away with it. Trying to hit it over cover, and a run-out opportunity maybe.
Tell you what, it was close to a catch, but then Bravo turned and came back. There was a little stroll, and all of a sudden he had a hustle there. And he just got in, and you look at the stretch there, and you see immediately, I see him holding his groin.
Azhar Ali gives himself room, but it's straight to the fielder on the fence. Better over for Qalandars, 63 for 4. .63 for 4, 6 overs remaining, 36 balls. The left arm spinner Asghar, who's bowled magnificently well. He's back into the attack. He's bowled with flight, he's got extravagant spin, and difficult to get after. Lovely flight to start off from Asghar. He's been the pick of the bowlers again. Really flighted it up. Projected scores, 12 and over at least they need. The straighter one, and he's got another wicket. Phenomenal bowling by Asghar. This time Azhar Ali nicks it behind. A good catch from Kamran Akmal, and Asghar gets another one. The find for Peshawar Zalmi. Azhar Ali has to walk, but a Labour 31. It's 63 for 5. What a spell of bowling. Two for 7 off 3.2, and they're not getting a bat on him. Pat Simcox smiles away as the left-arm spinner flights it and spins it.
It's not over yet. He's still got 4 balls to go. This is how he got the last one. Skidded through. Just a faint edge. Nice catch. You can see just a little bobble. And there was no doubt about it. Both of them knew, the batter and the wicketkeeper. Oh, look at this. You're in the pound seats, you start playing like that. But they've got to get a move on. Zalmi. Qalandars, should I say. And right now, doing it against this kind of spin ain't going to be easy. So you've got 2 balls left in the over. That is bravo play.
Drive through the offside, and they'll come back for the second. Kamran Akmal doesn't like it, but it's all been Zalmi, and the crowd even supporting them. Nice bowling though. Lovely flight. Just over 5 overs to go, and it's 66 for 5. Really need to move on, but the Peshawar team not allowing it at all. And just a single, so a fantastic spell of bowling. 2 for 11 off his 4. It's 67 for 5 after 15.
.67 for 5. The Qalandars. And long faces. Once again, it's been a tough night for the Lahore side. Qalandars are not whirling. They're pretty static. He's bowled well. Junaid Khan, I've enjoyed his energy. He's making a comeback of sorts. He's been down and out because of injuries and all. He looks lithe, willowy, he looks fit. The rhythm is good. Hello, Wilco.
Hey, Rambo. Yes. Well, when you knock over Chris Gale first ball, you can do anything. I mean, you can start bowling right arm.
I like that length, full length delivery, low loosener. It was a full pitch delivery at pace.
There should never be a loosener. There should never be a loosener for any bowler, because they come to the ground 2 hours before the start of play. You get your warm-ups and you start bowling. So your first ball should be absolutely on the money, as near as it could be anyway.
Problem is, Wilco, that their warm-up only consists of football. That's a good shot. That really is a beautiful shot, and I say that because it was not a bad ball at all. It was a Yorker length and sliced into the fence. Had a bit of a wow factor attached to it. Have a look at this one. Yeah, Babar Azam with a slice. Hamad Azam, in fact. He's a good all-round cricketer, Hamad Azam. Now we need a contest here. We need Qalandars to get a few under their belt.
I got to say, Ram, I was down on pitch side having a look at the pitch when Wahab Riaz was running in as if he was running in the match. I tell you, it's like a train. It's like an express train coming at you. He runs in so fast. And also I noticed here as well, Junaid Khan also runs in fast, almost like a sprint. Look at that, sprinting in.
A slap for a run. I guess the one that comes to mind straight away, who's got a very quick run up, is Dale Steyn of South Africa.
Dale Steyn. Very different, say, from Sean Pollock. Sean Pollock would lope in with long strides,
yes,
like a 400-meter runner. Wasim Akram, the great Wasim, shortened his run, but bowled off a shorter run, quick strides.
That's hit hard, but there's protection there. I think when you're running in hard like this, like Junaid Khan, for example, his slow ball becomes that much more difficult to decipher because you expect the ball to come at a certain pace because of that quick run up. And this was a slow delivery. Obviously, it didn't make an impression because of the shorter length.
The other, of course, the great sprinter into the stumps was Waqar Younis. What a sight he was in full flow. Not great from 22 yards, not when you're standing facing him, but wonderful. 76 for 5 from 16.
The Qalandars corner. It's a quiet corner, that. Chris Gale yet to fire in this HBL PSL. Right now it's up to right-hander Dwayne Bravo, how he loads himself and unleashes his talent. Slow delivery, starts out with a slow ball. Dwayne's Bravo was so early into that big drive that he missed it. Absolutely missed the target.
Very clever, that. Just a subtle use of the index finger and the one next to it, and he's just rolled it down the side of the ball, and it's taken all the pace off it.
That's a typical Bravo drive. Plays it with an arc back. Really gives it a good heavy thrust.
Nice stop this by Shahid Afridi. Expect to get something from this. Oh, textbook. The long barrier, they call that. You must get something behind it. Sometimes that can hurt, to slap you in the thigh, but he's done well there. Well done, Shahid, learning from his former schoolmaster. That's what they taught you at young.
Bravo once again playing a miss, and it's a wide now. That would have been marginal. The slow ball once again. It wasn't a slow delivery actually. Just look at the speedometer, 140.9. A little round armish, and yeah, a little wide as well.
He's coming round the wicket because he wants to actually spear this ball into Dwayne Bravo's pads, because he's got the leg side field with two on the boundary there. Oh, goodness me, he's getting wider and wider.
what he's trying to do here, obviously, is to pitch the ball up and make him play through the offside. Because 2 wides and 3 men in the ring on the off is probably taking his focus off the game. At times, you're better off just targeting the stumps.
He's got a huge heart, isn't he? Wahab Riaz, big heart, always bowls with great heart.
This is a lot better, and he can do that because he's got pace and they respect his talent. Hamad Azam with a strike rate of 140. The field changes completely. Fine leg goes back, third man comes in the ring.
Clever that, the way he moved across his stumps. I mean, the man who's really... You look at the way Steve Smith of Australia moves across his stumps, you wonder how on earth he can play the ball, but he does. Last year he had that magnificent year of cricket. Seemed like every time he went in, he got a century.
It's a big try. The fielder comes into play. It's Asghar, I think, yeah, at long off. Great spell of bowling from him. 2 wickets for nothing. Right then, for Pakistan viewers, have a go at youtube.com/PSL. And for world viewers, cricketgateway.com. It's a pull shot, and it's a decent pull shot. Give him a 4. And Wahab Riaz just spoiling the over with that length. Wasn't required. The last ball of the over, 85 for 5. Sean Tate is back. 1 for 23 in 3. He's had a good outing. He's quick, swings the ball. Wahab Riaz can be also very slippery, bowling the short ball, that last ball of the over. He already bowled 2 wides, so it was an extended over for him.
Yes, you get penalised. So it was an 8-ball over. You've bowled 2 wides and you get penalised because you have to bowl an extra ball or an extra 2, and it's gone for 4. So a bit of an untidy over from Wahab. Bravo's faced 21 balls for his 12. No boundaries yet.
He usually starts like this. First ball of a over or a spell, just fires it down the leg side, Sean Tate. But a very uncertain inning so far from Bravo. He's not the type really to spend so much of time without an activity. 13 from 22.
Now look at that bat face. You wouldn't have batted with that, would you? You'd have had a clean bat face.
Absolutely, Wilcox.
You know, shave in the mornings.
Yeah, nice and clean, gentlemanly.
Get the bat
no
face
edges.
clean.
It's a smack down the ground for a run.
Supposed to keep your bats clean now, aren't you? Keep them clean, sandpaper, get a very fine sandpaper and get all the marks off them. No marks on your bat on the edges, were there, Rambo?
Absolutely not. No rough edges.
No, like yourself.
Well, that's well bowled. Deceived him with a fair bit of pace, the Yorker length. I like Sean Tate because he doesn't create a drama. He is extremely sharp. And for a hostile fast bowler, there are no theatrical stuff from him.
Brilliant that, though, isn't it? You're looking after your feet. Make sure you're not going to go to the chiropodist after that delivery.
Well, beats him with a good delivery. He was expecting another Yorker coming at his feet, and this was a different line and length altogether. You don't associate miserly figures with Sean Tate, but he's going superbly in this HBL PSL. Not the first time he's produced the results for his side. 1 for 25 in 3.4 in T20 with 11 dots is pretty impressive. Oh, that's not impressive. You know, Wilco, you cover a bit of tennis as well. It's like a misfired service where you're not that much coordinated.
Well, he's putting so much in this. One of the problems there with Sean Tate is that a bowler, once you've finished delivering the ball, you follow the ball down the pitch. Your natural follow through is to go after the ball. Lofted, man underneath it, can only watch it. Shahid Youssef, who is responsible for the run out of Cameron Delport.
It's a slice, and falls short of the fielder. Vahabrias came in and didn't go through. 91 for 5. Vahabrias is running in aggressively. Bravo puts him over cover. That's his favorite zone, and he's so impressive when he's carving that ball like that.
It is his favorite zone, and if anyone does any sort of video analysis of the way Dwayne Bravo bats, this is the area he favors most. He loves going over extra cover. I'd be inclined to move my cover point much straighter because of this shot. Time after time again, Dwayne Bravo favors that area, that segment of the ground. And he's been in for 27 balls. That's his first 4.
Oh, gone. 6. Magnificent. You've got to call it that. 100 comes up as a result of that fierce pull shot. Read the length so early, and away she went.
Well, he was on Bravo 2-0 before it, and he's now on Bravo 2-6. Bang. That's a good shot, isn't it? Really good.
He's a magnificent striker of the ball. A 4 over cover, and then this pull shot. So his range is quite deep. The eyes surveying the field. He's looking at the leg side. Maybe just a dinky shot, that lap shot. Fine leg is up in the ring. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's gone between the two fielders. It's another extra cover bonanza.
It's extra cover. And Peshawar needs some extra insurance out there. Really would get a man in that area. That's almost a carbon copy of the shot before where he lofts it. He loves going over extra.
Well, the charge is on, and well, this is imaginative stuff. This really is crafty batting. 2 4s and a 6. 4, 6, 4, the first 3 balls. Sixth therapy has put the smiles back on the Qalandars corner. Will he go again? He's got to go again. 18.3 overs. This innings is almost as good as over. Need another 20, 30 somehow. It's a slice. It is a slice. Does it have enough legs? 2 to Bravo. This is a very good comeback.
Ahmed Hafiz, the fielder down there at deep cover point. 4 over extra. That's the first one. 6. Great shot that. And then here he goes again. Makes room for himself.
Balance was beautiful. Stayed into that inside-out drive. It's an edge and taken brilliantly by the keeper. It is a magnificent catch. Really smart keeping. It was pushed up. And there was a clear sound and a slice. And Kamran Akmal takes a good run. Sharp catch. And Bravo looks disappointed. Just as he was taking the opposition on, he's gone for 32. 107 for 6.
Well, I guess he just ran out of luck in the end. He'd played a very good innings. He was just really starting to hit top gear. So frustrating. He wanted to stay there a bit longer. Good little innings though that was. 32 from 31.
Zoeb Khan is marking his guard. Next in line for Lahore Qalandars. Bad time to lose a fierce striker like Bravo.
Well, in his first match, he was the middleman in the hat-trick. Mohammad Amir. And he tried to play a rather audacious scoop. So he was gone first ball. So let's see what he's got tonight.
Gets off the mark with a pull shot that probably hit his glove. He'd take this over, Wahab, even though he was put away for plenty. 108 for 6. Junaid Khan to finish the innings for Zalmi. Last over in, gets smacked down the ground. In fact, it's a little squarer. Hamad Azam is pushing him for the second run, so 2 off the first ball.
Shahid Yusuf has been busy in the field. Yeah, the end of Dwayne Bravo, another flash and a good catch by Kamran Akmal. He's got 99 catches in T20 cricket.
That's a good delivery under pressure. Oh, he misses a straightforward ball. Allows that single. Maybe the ball got a little funny after pitching on the rough patch on the square. It didn't bend.
Kamran Akmal, 99 catches. Nobody's got 100 in T20 cricket, that is. MS Dhoni's got 150 odd, but it's there's stumpings in there. 95 catches, MS Dhoni. Kamran Akmal now behind the stumps is sort of changing the field. It's not Shahid Afridi, it's Kamran Akmal who's traffic controller out there.
That's gone up in the air. Whose is it? Oh, almost got to it, Sean Tate. Swirling underneath it. It was a difficult one, really was. He pushed himself hard. He came in rushing in with the intention to catch it. Not to be.
Yeah, it was up in the air for a fair time. Sean Tate. He was there, he got there. Could have done with another yard. Into the hands and a slippery bar of soap. Didn't like that. Wasn't exactly giggly, was it?
Oh, that's a lot better. That is well struck. Should come back for the second one. Asghar with another good fielding effort in the deep.
He is a good cricketer, isn't he, Mohammad Asghar? He's a canny bowler, and he took 2 catches yesterday. And here he is showing how quick he is as well. Four overs today, 2 for 11. He's proving a real asset for Peshawar.
Up in the air, up in the air. Will this be taken? Asghar, no, it falls short of his grab. No is the call. There'll only be one. Looking for a big shot to clear the fence. Obviously didn't middle it. It's been clearly a very laborious innings. And, runs have been difficult to come by. 116 for the loss of 6. 1 ball left in this innings. Slow ball is not entirely timed, but a single. And so Qalandars end with 117 on the board. He tried his hand at hitting the ball hard. 18 from 11, Hamad Azam. And you've got to say, not enough runs on the board. They're clearly light in that area, and so we'll have to bowl out of their skins to win this. Zalmi once again being extremely impressive with the ball. They've got a good group. They work hard. They feel well. Afridi has led them well.
Struck a few tremendous boundaries. Tamim Iqbal and Mohammad Hafiz, the openers, but Hafiz looked fantastic before he got out. And Tamim played that anchor role. He got a 50, which eventually meant that they had enough to get a victory. So these two now have the opportunity to get some runs under their belt. 118 to get, so not a lot of scoreboard pressure.
Spin will be the start, as we've seen very often.
is going to be the off-spinner, Adnan Rasool. Quite a decent off-spinner. Good in the T20 format.
It's never easy, though, to be bowling with that new ball. First couple of balls, it's a bit slippery. You see he's trying to just get his fingers loose and dusty, get some grip on the ball. You're never sure the first couple of balls how it's going to come out. So if you're going to be attacked, it'll be early on. But ideally, you want to turn one early, just one. Just get one to bounce and turn, create the doubt.
Fires that in, and Tamim just gets a single around the corner. These first few overs will sort of make or break the game.
I'm interested to see, Buzzard, what it's going to look like for the field placings. If you're in Pakistan and you want to watch the cricket, youtube.com/PSL. It's all there for you on the YouTube. And if you're an international viewer, cricketgateway.com is where you can pick us up and enjoy the game with us. Watching the field placings, just seeing whether they're going to go for broke, and understand that bowling them out for less than this is not going to be easy. They've got to take wickets. They've got to get wickets early.
Operating without a slip or anybody close in catching, so just getting a feel of the game. But this could all go away from them in the first 6 overs. Well, if they don't get a wicket or leak runs, then it's an extremely tough ask. They need things to go their way. They need some fantastic fielding, some catches to stick. They need all the luck they can get.
I guess there's a lot of people back in your hometown sitting watching this, your home city, and yourself, on edge.
If they haven't turned their TV sets off after that batting performance.
Still early days in the compo. Although you need to start getting on the board. We saw a little bit of turn there. That's what he needs early on. So far, so good. Just 2 off the over.
Gets on top of the bounce, that one. A little short, and Hafiz bounces on it. First boundary for Peshawar.
Yeah, he just snatched at it. Dragged it down. And it was the quicker one. So when it was dragged down, just sat up and just had to find the gap. He was going to run away. Easy pickings. Nice way to get off the mark as a batsman. But you get so angry with yourself as the off-spinner when you drag it down slightly with that new ball and it skids on. Got to get it up there.
So a good start for Peshawar. 6 off the first, 1 gone. I mean, Ball, he's got some form under his belt. Got a 50 in the first game. Played the sheet anchor role, if you want to call it that. Ziaul Haq, he'll shape the ball away from Tamim, like to bowl that fuller length and get it away from him.
You talked about his role here, and I think it's important to understand their role definition. Tamim Iqbal the role he played in the first game is ideal for this kind of game. Just sit back there and just rotate the strike and make sure you get in, get a 30 or 40, bat around, get somebody to bat with you. And you get 1 or 2 partnerships like that, the game's yours.
Yeah, batted a long time in that first game. Took a little bit of time to take off, but it was a very important innings. Uses his feet well against the spinners, hits over the top and hits extremely well to the cover, screams it to the cover. That, for me, was a shot of his innings.
Yeah, he played some nice shots towards the back end of his innings. Up front, he just nurdled it around. I think we'll see the same. That was his wagon wheel straight.
There you go, no holding back this time. Goes over cover, 1 bounce into the fence.
Well, that's a surprise. He didn't do that in the first match. Just hung around. But clearly, the decision has been made. We need to come hard in the first 6 overs. And maybe against the seamer, which is going to be easier. The fast men are easier to hit. And then the spinner.
Yeah, runs under the belt gives him confidence. He's naturally a very aggressive player. He takes on the fast bowlers, likes dancing down the track exactly like that. So now that he has that confidence of striking the ball well, you'll see the other side of Tamim Iqbal.
Immediately a change in the field, the fine leg comes up.
Pressure on, a wide ball, and Rizwan doesn't collect. So everything going wrong. 4 wides.
Bonus runs that can ill afford. Was a poor delivery. And just as poor keeping. It didn't bounce badly. That's a regulation opportunity for a wicketkeeper. He didn't get down. Took it for granted and paid the price. So a boundary. So 2 in a row and the wide. And suddenly they're off and running. And now it's just close to 100 needed in 111 balls. That should be quite easy. Got to get wickets early on.
A fantastic shot this time, straying onto the pads, and he's played it with the full face of the bat through mid-wicket. Tamim Iqbal striking it brilliantly.
It's a lovely shot to see when a left-hander plays that. He's got to get his balance perfectly right. He's got to get his head over the ball, and you watch the head. It's just perfect. That's how you play the shot through mid-wicket as a left-hander. Full face presented. Just a little punch. Didn't try to overhit it. And the pressure now firmly on the bowler.
Oh, comes down the wicket again. And it's been thrown wider. Very close to a wide, but intentions extremely clear from Tamim Iqbal. We're already 19 on the board, and we're into the 2nd over. Already it seems as if the game's running away from the Qalandars right from the onset. A pickup shot, a drop kick, and it gets another 4 on the pads. Another boundary, expensive over. 23 without loss after 2. So just the 2 overs, and Peshawar Zalmi off and running, sprinting. Just a target of 118, and in the first 2 overs, he's scoring over 10s. All too easy at the moment. Hafiz waltzes down the track and lifts him high, wide and handsome. A maximum.
Yep, it's all going right. Zalmi are clearly wanting to finish this in double quick time. Down the wicket, in the slot, no running. And now, after the first ball, you start to feel the pressure. You know they're coming after you, they're hunting you. It's a question of holding on now. A little powwow going on, captain, bowler, a couple of blokes standing around, and suddenly the wind is out of their sails. All the intentions of walking on and seeing if we can get early wickets and how we're going to go about it and stay in the game, somehow manage to pull it in, suddenly goes out the window. Now it's survival. How do we turn this around? What do we do? Where do we put our field? What kind of bowling do you want, captain? There's nothing you can do about that shot. Wonderful stroke.
You want wicket, simple as that. Nothing else. Down the leg side, a shout, but still the intentions from Hafiz and Tamim Iqbal probably want to go home early.
Yeah, picks outside leg around the wicket, no chance. He probably feels he missed out on that, Hafiz.
Well, oh, there was a chance and Ziaul Haq drops it. Nothing, absolutely nothing going for the Qalandars. It's going from bad to worse, and worse still.
Well, it was straight to him. It's a kind of catch you practice every day. Catch 100 of them, probably 500 a week if you're a full-time cricketer. And just the coordination was so poor, and he knows how important it is.
Just one of those days, nothing working for you at all. Just timed the jump wrong, and it was a regulation catch. And at this level, you'll catch, as Pat said, 499 out of 500. 30 without loss. Qalandars not getting a break, not catching a break at all.
Yeah, but they're not making their breaks, are they? You know, you can't just sit back and say, oh, it's not working for us. You know, we've seen. Oh, did he get him? Has he got him? Did he lift his leg? Did he overbalance? The going upstairs, I think he did overbalance, but I just had a feeling he put his leg down. I'll just see, was there a no ball? Was it good? Was it a legal delivery? Yep, happy days, no problem with that. Now let's see the business end. Did he lift his leg? I think he did. It's up, it's down now. Oh, it's nip and tuck. It's nip and tuck.
Extremely close. Make up your own minds. It's fantastic work by the keeper. Well, it's just too close to call.
No, it's not. In my mind, Baz, I reckon he's gone. If it was me, I'd be putting an out sign up there. That's where I'm putting my stake in the ground, yeah, but then I'm a bowler. Ball comes in the keeper's hand now. Lifts the foot up shortly. Let's have a look. Up she goes, off the ground now. Stump's broken. When is it out the groove?
Simcoe's already made his decision, but I still think it's extremely close to call. Benefit of the doubt goes to the batsman.
Yeah, you're a batsman. You're a batsman. I think it's going to go not out myself. Watch. Let's have a look.
Not out it is. Just too close to call.
That's cool and cool for the batsman.
And Pat is not cool at all. He's bubbling. Off spinner nearly had a wicket. Tamim does survive. So Still 31 without loss, and on top of all that, it's a wide ball. All too easy for Peshawar, and it just seems at this stage already that the game's only going one way.
Eventful over this, but they've sprayed it around a little bit. There have been some wides from the other side. We saw two wides in it. Balls bowled down the leg. They haven't really hit the areas. It's short, not put away. Very fortunate. Ends the over. 3 gone. 32 for no loss.
The two worms, and one's taken a different route altogether. So spin from both ends. So if Khan, he's been brought into the attack, left arm spinner, doesn't spin it much but has got good control, but he'll be up against it because Tamim Iqbal likes going aerial. He'll be eyeing that leg side straight away. Mid-wicket, long on or straight down the ground.
Well, the sweep is also on because there's nobody back on the square leg boundary. They've brought him in. There's only a mid-wicket out there, so anything on the leg stump or angling down towards leg, he's going to sweep it.
Goes for the sweep, a top edge, and doesn't go to hand. Tamim Iqbal living dangerously.
And I can hear a Lahore supporter saying, nothing's going right for us. The sweep, top edge, up she went. It was always going away from him, was tough. Never got close enough, not a catch at all, really. So now the right-hander back on strike. The change of the field. And that opens the offside boundary.
Probably angle the ball back into the right-hander, Sohaib Khan. And it's a very, very new ball as well. Nobody at square leg, so wants him to sweep. We've seen a couple of sweep shots. Hafiz went for that sweep shot in the previous over, got dropped, and Tamim Iqbal this over got a top edge.
Yeah, both sides of the wicket. If he drops it short, there's nobody on either boundary square, so he can't bowl short. He's got to pitch it up. Mid-on's up in the circle.
And right on cue, he's dropped it short, but gets away with it. Just needs to tighten up the line. Full and straight, that's the way to go. Oh, even with this new ball, there's extravagant spin on offer. That was pretty quick, but it really gripped and spun.
Yeah, you made the good point there. The pace was quick, which means it shouldn't spin as much, but it did. That's what beat the batsman.
Certainly troubling Hafiz. Couple to spin, couple to stay down.
He's looking for that cut. He missed out on the first ball, and he's looking for the short one. He can slice away. Maybe just be better served to just look down the ground, get the single.
Better from Hafiz. Full face off the bat. He's a good player of spin, but he relies maybe sometimes too heavily playing behind the wicket rather than offering the full face. At the moment, he could easily just knock it around for singles down the ground. Nice. A good over from Zoeb Khan. A good start to his spell. Just one off. 33 without loss. So 33 without loss and just 85 to get. The ball is spinning. And Azhar Ali doing the right thing now. He's got a slip in pace for the off spinner against the left-hander.
Tamim Iqbal's been a little bit quiet. I just sense he might be thinking, there's a bit of a lull here. I need to get on with it. There's 1 or 2 overs left to the power play.
Almost snuck through. It's very, very full. Tamim Iqbal wasn't interested in driving down the ground. They're looking to play square, which is inviting trouble. Down the track, but doesn't middle it. Just gets another single. But there is spin on offer, and for the Qalandars to get back into the game, the spinners have to come to the party, and time is running out.
It's the inner ring, just another single. So it's going along nicely for Zalmi here, 35 for no loss. It's a dream start when you're chasing a low score. You suddenly look and you've got wickets in hand and run rate's good, or all's going well. It'll settle the dugout, Zalmi dugout. You know, you've got Shahid Afridi to be sitting here, the coach is feeling good. It's all under control. Nothing's out of place, and it's a good place to be. You can see it relaxed, nice and easy.
Azhar Ali will have to think about Ajanta Mendes. All 10 wickets standing as yet. Kamran Akmal, good player of spin. It's not a lot of worries, but Ajanta Mendes, he will be the go-to man now, because after 5, it's 36 without loss.
.36 without a wicket down after 5, so that's a good solid start. 82 in 90 balls shouldn't be difficult. Sleight of hand will be on view very shortly, I'm sure, in the shape of Mendes. For the time being, it's the left-hander on strike, Tamim Iqbal. That's a wide ball down the leg side. Watch out for a lofted shot here in this over. He's good against spin, and he's got this ability to hit sixes as well. Oh, good one. Quicker through the air. Impact just outside the off stumps. He got into a bit of a tangle on that occasion, looking for a sweep and then had to abort.
Yes, he chose the wrong length. It was much too full.
I think that sweep shot is definitely on. There's no one at deep backward square leg. Oh, that's bad. That's gone almost for a six, but a couple of bounces over the rope. Not a good ball. This set up very nicely for him to work the angle.
The bowler will be really livid for this. That's just giving him a free hit. Turn around in your mark and you go, why did I bowl that? Why and how did that leave my hand like that?
Run out, chance of a run out. No, Hafiz gets in just in time. He's not a fluid runner between the wickets, Hafiz. We know this now. Oh, wild throw. Really was a wild one. Had this been on target, it could have been curtains for the right-hander Pakistani top order batsman. It's Pakistani film actor Hamza Ali Abbasi with the APS kids, I believe. Well, from 17. He's been rather slow in this knock so far, Hafiz. He's not exactly there yet, Hafiz. Pushing himself hard. 43 without a wicket. This should be a straightforward run for Zalmi. 75 in 84 with 10 wickets in hand. You've got to say that they are the favourites to net this one. Bravo has the ball, and we know that he can turn up with a match-winning spell.
A lot of questions on Twitter as to why the scores are quite low here in Dubai. But I can tell you that the pitch, it's not a bad pitch by any means, but it's a pitch that gives the bowlers, especially the slow bowlers, the spinners, a little advantage. And I guess really that contrasts markedly with a lot of T20 pitches where you see batsmen flailing away. So Dwayne Bravo comes on now, and he didn't bowl very well in this first match. So in answer to a lot of your questions on Twitter, and thanks for those, keep them coming, keep the questions coming. And it's that this pitch gives something to bowlers. But we've had some delightful innings here. We had a 71 from Ahmed Shahzad today, and in the first match, and it was a delightful innings, and he hit 5 sixes. So you can get in and play here. Lendl Simmons with a 62. Shakib Al Hassan, Luke Wright. So you've got to get in, work hard. And I'm only saying that because Ramiz Raja said it, and he was a marginally better batsman than me. Okay, what have we got? Zahra, Naqvi. I don't know about anyone else, but for me, PSL is already the best cricket league. The sense of ownership feels amazing.
Well, I can answer that because I seem to have the same feelings because, yeah, it's the ownership bit that makes us all very excited about the league. Qalandars need a stroke of magic. Bravo or Mendes? Who could it be? Yeah, it's been good. This was special. A straight drive through mid-wicket. Hafiz to the 6 and a drop chance. So opportunity created and grasped. This partnership nearing the 50 mark. Oh, running with the shot. This is not good from the fielder. He's in there to stop a run. Adnan Rasool, the offie. He's now going back. It's a cool place to watch. You should feel very secure in an HBL box.
Yeah, so it's not a massive cricket square here. It's not a... Looking down on it here, you can see 7 pitches. There are 7 pitches on the square itself. And the ground staff told me today, and I had a good chat with them, this pitch has been prepared for 5 days of cricket. So they've prepared it almost like a test pitch, but it has turned. I don't see a problem with that. It's given some of the bowlers an incentive. Oh, that's 4. And it's 50 up. And of course it is the 50 partnership for the first wicket.
Watch it go. That psychedelic machine. Forgot to adjust his fielder. This was the seam-up delivery from Bravo. When he bowls the variations, he's got the best feel for it. And certainly when it's the seam-up ball, he forgets to adjust the field. And so that missed the grab of that fielder way back on the boundary, went and hit the fence in no time. A lot more smoother in this innings, Tamim Iqbal, compared to his last innings, even though he got a 50 or 51 balls. But this has been a pleasant innings, 28 from 20. 51 without a wicket. So it's Zalmi's night so far. Needs 67 to win in 78 balls. All wickets intact. And their reputation enhanced. They've already won 1 match. So they'll have a rest tomorrow. They'll not play tomorrow.
I think right, okay. Mendes, the man with mystique to his name. I think we got such an intense couple of weeks of cricket, almost 3 weeks of cricket, that I think team selection, rotation and rest is going to be of paramount importance. So even though a side like Islamabad United have lost their first 2 matches, in a quick couple of hours you can rectify that. 1 match and you're back on course. So don't read too early into too much into the early signs.
Now you've got to watch the ball off his hand, off his palm, because if you try to read him off the pitch, he's slippery and he doesn't give you a lot of time. It happened to India when he first bowled at them, picked up a career best 7, I remember, in an Asia Cup event. This is going back about 5-6 years. And then they analyzed him extremely well and tried to pick him off the hand, and it's never been a problem since. He's extremely efficient with the new ball, Mendes. That ball zips through. Finds a gap. He's called for 2. He's called for 2. Adnan slipping in the field.
There's a little dew now getting in on the ground. I saw Mendes just brushing his fingers over the drier part of the pitch to get a bit of purchase. Yeah, his feet went there. Check the studs. I hope he's wearing studs. So the pitch itself is very dry. It's a very dry pitch. But it's a pitch which hasn't broken up. There's no question at the top that's broken or dusting. It's just a pitch that's given assistance to the slower bowlers.
When he was in his prime bowling sort of form, he wouldn't bowl a full toss like that. Ajanta Mendes, he was at the batsman all the time. He was relentless. But he then lost a bit of confidence, few injury problems. He was out of the Sri Lankan side. He got found out as well as a spinner. And it has been an uphill task since then. 2 is the call, and they make it. This is brilliant cricket. He knew exactly at what pace he's tapped that ball in that vacant mid-wicket area. Gets the thumbs up, Hafiz, for his running. And it's 57 without a wicket. It's getting tougher and tougher for the Qalandars. .61 now from 72 balls. Oh, that's a biggie. He picked up the slow ball so quickly. He's a smart cookie, Mohammad Hafiz. Plenty of experience, and he's showing good form these days. Bravo trying to hoodwink him with a slow off-cutter. And the striker had range in the mind, the feel in the mind on the leg side, and beautifully done.
Yeah, that's his one for the over. Strikes me that Dwayne Bravo, who's just lost he had a great ability to disguise the different kind of deliveries, and he had a lot of options. Strikes me that we're not seeing so much of the hand coming down the side of the ball, the slower ball. He's tried different lengths.
One reason could be that he plays these T20 leagues all over the world, and so there's no surprise coming from him, or he's sort of demystified as a bowler. All his toys are found out, and so the Yorker, I think, still is his best bet, because he bowls a wicked Yorker.
.56 wanted in 68 deliveries, all wickets intact. Tamim Iqbal 31 from 23. It's a strike rate of 134. Mohammad Hafiz 23 from 29, and that's a strike rate of 79. So Tamim Iqbal is very much the forerunner of these two. Top scorer for Bangladesh in all three forms of the game. Double century in Test cricket, 154 in one-day international cricket.
Round the wicket to the left-hander. Such a good-looking cover drive. Free-flowing cover drive from the left-hander. And they look the par. Left-handers.
Got to say, there's a lot of... Well, there's quite a few under-19 young Bangladeshi batsmen coming through as well. Ooh. And there's a good, fast bowler coming through for the West Indies, Alzari Joseph, under-19 World Cup. He's bowling at 147. Oh, yes. Sharp, sharp.
Easily done. He had the field in mind and straight driven for a 4. Right then, after 9, 67 without a wicket. Zalmi doing it rather nicely. Peshawar Zalmi need 51 runs in 66 balls. Ajanta Mendes is on again for his second over. None for 6, his figures. Down the track. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Do I need to say any more?
Not many better cover drives than that.
Right. Let's go down to Zainab, who's got Fawad Rana, the owner of the Qalandars.
फवाद, ये बताइए कि क्या आप महसूस कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे? Obviously PSL हो रहा है and Lahore Qalandars not doing particularly well.
जी बिल्कुल, अभी टीम स्ट्रगल कर रही है, लेकिन बहरहाल एटमॉस्फेयर इज़ वेरी गुड. It's a great to see that finally the PSL has seen the light at the end of the tunnel. So there is excitement. Yes, people are there, everybody is there, everybody is cheering it. Our team, obviously our main bowler has just arrived, 3 o'clock. We got some setback, but nevertheless we'll come back. I'm sure we'll come back, and we have a wonderful team. And we are, you have seen that we were 3 down, और हम वापस आए हैं और हमने आके कुछ स्कोर किया है. But we'll do inshallah. We'll come back.
एंड उम्मीद करते हैं कि क्रिस गेल जो है वो भी फॉर्म में वापस आ जाए।
जी क्रिस गेल आएगा, डेफिनेटली आएगा। वो अभी 2 दिन पहले अराइव हुआ है, उसको जेट लैग चल रहा है, लेकिन आई एम श्योर वो क्रिस गेल है, दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा T20 का प्लेयर है, एंड आई एम श्योर ही विल परफॉर्म एंड इंशाल्लाह लाहौर विल गेट अ गुड न्यूज़ इंशाल्लाह।
एंड जनरली व्हाट वुड यू से अबाउट द एटमॉस्फेयर? जिस तरह कि आपने देखेगा क्राउड्स आए हैं सपोर्ट करने, ज़बरदस्त अरेंजमेंट है, तो क्या कहेंगे?
It is amazing. I want to congratulate PCB, all their team, PSL team. It's an amazing scene to see it. Finally, Pakistan is doing good. We are getting a positive news all over the world, and inshallah we'll get a very new good talent inshallah.
और आगे मैचेस की क्या स्ट्रैटेजी है?
Definitely we are. You see, we have shown the character today, and you will see we'll bounce back. We'll definitely bounce back. We are one of the top team, and we have one of the best player in the world. We will come back inshallah. Definitely.
Okay, all the best to you, and उम्मीद करते हैं कि अगली शो गेम्स में जो है पाकिस्तान में जो है लाहौर कलंदर्स बेहतर परफॉर्म करेगा। थैंक यू सो मच।
It's not looking good for Qalandars at this stage. 45 required by Zalmi. Interesting interview that, and just a little surprised. It's funny also. The owner there suggesting that Chris Gayle is still struggling from a bit of a jet lag. He's been here for 2-3 days, Chris Gayle. After 10, 74 without a wicket. .74 without a wicket down. Zalmi doing it clinically, you've got to say. This is how it's done. Good, strong opening partnership, sending a strong message to the opposition, bowling well, picking up wickets at regular intervals, and nothing really has worked for Qalandars so far in this tournament. Still early days though. Welcome, Pat.
Thank you, Ram. Pride's at stake. Slaps it through the offside. Yeah, they can talk about as much as you like about it's not your day and it hasn't happened and all the things that go with it, but just haven't come to the party. From the minute they arrived at the ground and Chris Gayle walked out and ball one, played a poor shot and got out, and then Cameron Delport got run out in a poor way. It was not good cricket at all. They just never arrived. So you can't sit back and say it's kind of not our day. You just haven't stepped up. And they're going to need to do that because they're under the pump. And they might lose this game. Oh, that's a great shot. That is good. A little punch. Nothing more than that. No flourish, just clinical.
Yeah, there's so much to like about Hafiz because the way he dominates, and when he dominates, then there could be no better batsman on view. This is glorious. This really is a glorious shot. Use of the feet and bottom hand coming through. Look at the balance. Pushing himself forward into that big ball drive. And it went a mile. That's a big six, by the way.
Indeed. It did. 84 meters of it. And when you're the bowler, and as you've delivered and you look up and you see it flying over, that's well bowled. That's well bowled. Yeah, you sense now Hafiz is looking every ball. He wants to finish it. No doubt that Shahid Afridi and co will be sitting there so relaxed, loving this exhibition. And why not? They bowled well.
Talking of Qalandars, they're carrying hopes of 11 million people. And that can be tough, and well, the start has not been great. Pakistani viewers can watch HBL PSL live, youtube.com/PSL, gateway.com, cricketgateway.com, if you are out of Pakistan. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. 6-over cover. Can it get any better than this?
No, it doesn't. And as a bowler, can it get any worse than this? You kind of sense he beat him fleetingly in the flight and the direction, but he just adjusted and headed for 6. He came down wide of the crease, and it was in the slot. Perfect.
He's played a couple of great shots here in this over, Hafiz. Probably the best 2 shots of the match. In various directions, 1 over long on, the other over cover. Inside out drive was pretty special.
He's strong right there. You see the grip and the way he stands. Onside play. It's perfect. Well, requiring just 3 and over, 89 for no loss. It's clinical. It's in fact a hiding. Not pretty if you 11 million people sitting watching.
Yeah, they'll be very anxious, the Lahoris. Oh, that's gone for another 4. Quicker, round armish. That's taken the inside edge and gone and hit the fence. Yeah, it's turning out to be another tough night for the Qalandars. Zalmi approaching a win here, 25 in 54 balls. That is what they need, 93 without a wicket. And we'll have Qatar Airways strategic timeout.
So the Qatar Airlines or Airways strategic timeout's done. They need 25 runs in 54 balls, and it's just not happening. So now they're going to bring on the spinner again and hope like crazy he can get something like 7 wickets for about 23.
Well, the way they're timing the ball, it appears to be rather impossible. Mendes none for 13 in 2. He's a bit of a mystery. On a spinning track, he can be absolutely difficult to play against. That's into the gap. Into the gap. And, well, it's well saved. Hamad Azam was the fielder.
Now we've seen some real good fielding. But again, we've seen wayward bowling. You've needed to build pressure. They just haven't been able to do that. I keep thinking to myself, what would I be saying to the side in the change room? Be interested to hear what you would say into the game. What would you be saying to your team? I know you're a big supporter of Lahore.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult really to tell them what to do. They're all professionals. Maybe it's a bonding issue. Maybe it's just that... oh, gone. Beautifully done. This is Mendes for you. Sleight of hand has done the job.
Well, you maybe be saying, well, bowl wider, boys. Watch them come running past it. That's what he did. So they got the wicket on the board, and a very well played 43 for Mohammad Hafiz off 37, 95 for 1.
That was a good piece of bowling there, firing it wide. He knew the intentions, and Hafiz had no chance. It was good stumping, the straighter one. Well deceived and well managed by Mendes. So the first wicket is down, but it has been a massive opening partnership. A partnership that has dented the chances of the Qalandars quite badly. Javed Afridi, the owner, is happy chappy. It's been another wonderful day for the Zalmis, yes. Yeah, they are the happy corner. Javed Afridi, the owner, in the purple waistcoat. It's been another powerful performance. And I can see Rao as well on the right. He just left the scene. Know him really well.
It's amazing how the owners just keep smiling when the team's winning, but don't cross to them when they've had 2 losses. They get so emotional on the game. They're right in it. This is an interesting guy. He went to school and played his cricket in South Africa, born in the UK, British citizen now. This is the wicket. You can see he came early, and any quality spinner will pick that up. Came very early.
Yeah, he was forced to do the splits. It was such a wide ball. He's off the mark, Malan.
They're still having fun down there. All smiles, as you say. GoPro's going all over the place. 4 more needed for the 100.
Guiding this innings to a fruitful culmination is the left-hander Tamim Iqbal, nearing another 50, 44 from 32.
12 gone. 97 for 1. Just coming in singles now, and they can afford it. They can afford it. Well, there you go. Social media doing its business. Now you know how it feels. Sincerely. What do you say, Lahore supporter, Ramesh?
Who says I'm a Lahore supporter? I support teams that win. Sincerely, Islamabad United. I think that's a great tweet. That.
I think you've got to answer that. You've got to get on your Twitter and answer it.
Yeah, it obviously doesn't feel great. Qalandars, the fancied side. Such a smashing build-up before the HBL PSL, and well, 2 losses now it appears. But they need to regather, regroup, get into a huddle, talk about winning, talk about performing, talk about having a good, strong strategy, talk about good selection, all that kind of stuff.
Well, it can all change, can't it? In a heartbeat, when Chris Gale walks into bat and doesn't get out first ball, that can change like this, you know. He's had 2 low scores up front. They haven't had good starts. They feel under pressure. And that's really all it is. Just get a decent start. You know, we know at some point, some poor team and some poor bowlers are going to have hate life. And they're going to go back to the hotel and they're going to wish they didn't bowl. That's going to happen, sure as we're sitting talking to you. And when that happens, everybody will be saying, oh,
just feel, you know, having followed Chris Gale's career for such a long time, he needs a true pitch really to perform. It's not saying that he doesn't have the qualification to be an entertainer on a pitch like this, but I think this pitch doesn't suit his style of hitting, because what they're doing is irritating him with a bit of spin up front.
Ram, I used to feel that way, and I'll tell you what I saw. I saw him in the Bangladesh Premier League. And I thought exactly the same. Lower and slower pitches. Well, can I tell you that he holds all the records there? And they tried that. And for a first game or 2, he did battle. And then all of a sudden, once he gets in, you know, it's just gone. What surprised me today was against the fast bowler he got out. It wasn't against the spinner. And he played all round that first one. It was almost if he wasn't quite in tune with what he wanted to do. Wasn't a great shot.
How good is that? He brings up the 100 with a flowing drive through the offside. 100 for 1, and here it comes. All loaded.
100 up, 13 overs. Shade of Freed will be saying short game's a good game. He's the captain. Zalmi marching along nicely. Chanta Mendes got the wicket down the leg side. It'll be a wide. Disappointing. Disappointing first ball of the over.
You know, he's got a strange grip on the ball, and if the ball is wet, obviously he's going to find it tough really to load it up. He wants a dry ball really to spin it, I think. Chanta Mendes is already quick through the air, and he's got the hanky out as well, making sure that he keeps the palms nice and dry.
We talked about Chris Gayle in the previous over. And this is the first match he played. He'd hit a 4 before that and then got out. And then today was just poor. You can see there, he played all around that. He just didn't look the part there, and he'd be unhappy.
I think the bat came down at an angle as well. And he's seen his 2 dismissals on the big screen. Obviously, he's not happy. Let's show him again. Maybe after this ball, he can see his dismissal again. Just want you to concentrate on the angle of the bat. Yeah, it came down at an angle, was looking to hit it maybe through mid-on instead of mid-off. I think he was caught napping. Didn't expect it to be such a good delivery. First ball, perfectly delivered by Junaid Khan.
Tamim Iqbal has marshalled the innings well, beautifully, as a matter of fact. He did the same yesterday. He played the sheet anchor role, sawed through. He's doing the same again. When you chase these low scores, that's exactly what you need. And he can put the foot down when he needs to. Just hurdling it around now. It's been a good day at the PSL T20. Been some fantastic entertainment, some wonderful cricket. Look for the second. Oh, it's poor. That's poor. Just doesn't do anything for the side, doesn't do anything for the bowler. 14 done, 106 for 1. So the top run getter in the HBL PSL T20, Luke Wright, Quetta Gladiators, 133. Tamim Iqbal, he might score a couple more. He's not going to get 133, but he's up there. And then Shazad, also Quetta Gladiators, 82. Lendl Simmons and Karachi Kings have got Hassan in there at 68. So spread around. Chris Gayle starts to bowl.
Yeah, it's a good idea to involve him in the game. He's been sitting forlorn. He's looked a very lonely person in the dugout area, on the field as well. Maybe a wicket will just give him a little bit of life and pump him up for the next match action.
Well, I tell you what, He's the kind of bowler, you go and look at his record, right? He breaks partnerships. He's so innocuous at times, but he's better than what you think. I'm going to break into a sweat. Has that hit him in the face? I think it may have, you know. You've already seen one today, straight on the nose.
On the shoulder, I think.
Must he bounce?
On 49, Tamim Iqbal off just 40 balls. Oh, one more in 50. Well, he richly deserved that full toss because it has been a very smooth innings. Very good innings. Blows his cheeks because it's another 50 for him and he has worked hard. Thumbs up, yes. Special one from him. He's a very fine left-hand opening batsman.
Yeah, there'll be many watchers and viewers around the world that support Tamim Iqbal. He's been a really good player for Bangladesh, and they're applying his trade so well. Look at the side, they're behind him. It looks a really united front there, acknowledging the 50 to the team. Nice to see. You think Chris Gayle would like to face himself?
6 sixes he will hit. Chris Gayle versus Chris Gayle. Bowler Chris Gayle will have no chance. 50, and a good 50 because there have been good shots played through the offside. He's driven gloriously. And he's been good down the ground. Few wristy shots towards square leg and mid-wicket as well. It's been a well-compiled 50. All the ones on the board.
So, triple 1 for 1 after 15. 5 runs needed. Surely this is going to be the over. They'll end it. Was it 7 needed, sorry. 7 in 30. GoPro's working. The owners are having a fun time. Special breed of people who love the game, really get involved, get in the mix. And look at them. Zalmi is what they're shouting. Zalmi, Zalmi. Another big day down here at the ground. If you get a moment, get down. If you can't, watch it. There you go. Islamabad against the Karachi Kings. It starts at 15:30 local time, and then the Gladiators versus Zalmi. They're back in action again. Quetta Gladiators, Peshawar Zalmi. Tomorrow, that's the 8 o'clock game. The second match. Short and slapped away. It's in the gap. And one go for 4. They want the 3. No, they don't. Yep, so 2 big games again tomorrow. Every day, full on, jam-packed, good cricket. Lovely innings from Tamim Iqbal.
Yeah, very good through the offside. Fluent player. This was probably the shot of his innings. Straight mid-wicket push. He's good against spin, especially through that square leg arc. And then Bravo came in, was put away for a 4. He's been excellent against spin. Deft touches, some fluency through the offside. A very, very good innings.
Really been part of the resurgence of Bangladesh cricket. Played such an important role, as of a couple of others, but just get the feel he's grown so much and they've become such a force. And now that, for me, has been the picture of the last 2 days. The special time of the kids that have come to watch the cricket. It doesn't get better than that. Forget about the game. That's important. Shahid Afridi knows it as well. He loves it. Man of the people.
Such a good gesture, flying them in here. And there were about 150 of them with their principal and teachers. It's a slice for a run.
I want Tamim Iqbal to finish it. Another single. It's been a nice day today, hasn't it, Graham? It's been a good one.
Yes, absolutely. I think the first one was a bit of a surprise. I thought that Karachi Kings were a strong unit, but they were neutralized. And Zalmi once again putting up a grand show. And a lot to look forward to from this Peshawar Zalmi side. They seem to have gelled well. They seem to have the arsenal as well. Just 2 away from another win now. This could be it. This could be it. Yes, the winning 2. And there's a loud cheer from their fans because they know it too, that it's been another clinical performance that has got them over the line with no rush. Easily done, the Zalmi. That's a big win. Peshawar Zalmi win this by 9 wickets.